Welcome back to this Diwali special edition of Smart Money, where we've invited a few of our select viewers to get their portfolios assessed live right here on Smart Money. Our next investor joins in. Hemal Mehta is here with us in our studio. He's an avid viewer as well as an investor. Hemal, please join in.
Thank you, Sonia.
So tell us, Hemal, a little bit about yourself, and you're the contest winner, so congratulations.
Thank you.
And tell us about your investment journey.
Myself, Hemal Mehta. I'm working with broking house Ashika Stockbroking, and I started January from 2005 in stock market, and in mutual fund I started from 2019 aggressively.
How old are you? What are your investment goals?
My age is 43 years, and I have two goals in my life. One is after 15 years, at the age of retirement, 58, I want to have some money spent by my wife.
Okay.
And the second goal is to provide education for my 6-year little girl.
Okay, I think all of us have common goals, right? All three of us.
Yes.
Retirement and our child's education. Yes, so take it away. Let's see your portfolio. Let's get it first up on board. And then, of course, the expert will take it forward. Mohit, over to you.
All right. Hemal, thank you very much for sharing your portfolio. The funds which you have selected are good. The fund houses are also good. But you've highly concentrated your portfolio, yes, right? So it's only Mirai and it's only Parag Parikh. They're just two players in your team, right? And as I said, you can't have 15-20 players. That was for our last guest, but you can't also have just two players running your entire team. So you need to just broaden up the entire horizon a little bit. The allocation in Mirai asset focused is fairly high. As I recall from your portfolio, it was like around 35%
yes,
of your overall portfolio, right? So to my mind, I think any particular scheme having more than 15% allocation in a portfolio, I think it's a no-go zone, because at around 10 to 15% allocation, you will have a good, at best, 10 schemes in your portfolio. You will have around 6-7 schemes in your portfolio, and that's an ideal portfolio to construct, right? So I would just say, expand it a little. Try getting a large cap fund in your portfolio. You don't have one, you have a focused, but that in itself is a very concentrated strategy. Now look, in your case, I understand, because you come from a trading background. You've started with your journey with stocks and then migrated to mutual funds.
Yes.
Ideally, it's the other way around, yeah, for most of us, right?
Yes.
So you start with mutual funds, and then gradually, as you gain confidence, you move into stocks. But you started the other way around. So I understand that you might be comfortable with the risk. But focus fund is a very concentrated category. It'll have only 30 stocks. You get into that category once you're done with your large caps, your multi caps, okay, and if need be, a mid and small cap, right? So I would just suggest, go with an index fund, go with a flexi cap fund, try getting a mid-small. By default, if you incorporate this, the overall percentage allocation of the other categories will reduce.
But do you want to do an assessment of how his funds are doing at the moment? I mean, compared to, say, you know, a 5-year or 3-year average, yeah, how do the funds look?
Absolutely, absolutely. Look, so Parag Parikh Flexi Cap, I'll come to that. It's been a rock star, rock solid fund, absolutely, for many years. Rajiv Thakkar has done a great job, fantastic, yeah, job. And I think one of the great part about the performance of the fund was it had international exposure much before any other scheme could possibly fathom that international exposure will create that kind of an alpha in a portfolio. So they've always been carrying that 20 to 30% international exposure. Because of few regulations of late, the exposure has come down now, and the performance has also been okayish for last 6 months to a year, but it's a great fund to hold in the portfolio. Tax saver, obviously you need to have one tax saver for your ELSS, yes, purpose, so right, that's fine. Again, you don't need to have two tax savers, no, right? And you can just consolidate between one. Now, Mirai Asset Focused, honestly, has not been a great performer in that category. If you assess the fund against the peer group and the benchmark also, it's been a little bit of a wobbly performance for that. But as a fund house, they've done great work, right? Nilesh Surana continues to do great work, though he's not the direct fund manager for the scheme. But as a CIO of the fund house, I think he's had a great track record. Especially the emerging blue chip fund of theirs has been a rock solid fund. But again, my recommendation here will be you hold. Don't continue to increase the allocation in this, yeah, and try and incorporate new funds, perhaps, yeah, an index fund and maybe a multi-cap fund in your portfolio.
All right, Hemal, thanks a lot for joining us, and all the best with your investment journey.
Thank you.
Well, our next viewer is joining in all the way from New Delhi. We have Jaganmeet, who's with us on the show. Jaganmeet, thanks a lot for being with us. Happy Diwali to you, and welcome to CNBC-TV18. Go ahead, tell us a little bit about who you are and what is your investment journey.
Hello, ma'am. To you also, happy Diwali, and to Mohit sir. I am a second officer, sailing on merchant ships since 2009. and I have been investing in mutual fund from 2018-19 onwards. And I look forward to India's prosperous days ahead, and I have a very good conviction in India's growth. So I would like to understand, like my present mutual fund portfolio of around 11 lakhs could give me a retirement corpus of about 2.5 crore when I retire.
It's a very, pointed plan that he has in place. He has a portfolio of 11 lakhs. He wants a retirement corpus of 2.5 crores. And here is his portfolio. He's into index funds. He's just 34 years old. So go ahead, Mohit, your view.
I think I like the choice, honestly. You've taken a Nifty 50 and you've taken a next Nifty 50. So you've gotten the top 100 names in the country. Those are a part of your portfolio. You can't get it better. You can't get it all right, right? I think you just need to ladder down a little bit. You just need to come down this ladder in terms of market capitalization. The two funds are great. Continue to hold them as long as possible, and you can just sleep over it, right? You being in Merchant Navy, I'm sure you travel a lot. So obviously you want to buy something which you can just forget about it, right? But consider adding a flexi cap fund. And if you can, because your goal is too long, it's a retirement goal, right? And the corpus is fairly huge. I would suggest you need to go down into the mid and small cap categories also, because those are the funds which will give you a little extra return over a longish period of time than what your large cap portfolios will give you, right? So add a multi-cap. Add a mid and small cap fund in your portfolio. On multi-cap, you can go with an Aditya Birla Sun Life multi-cap fund, or on the mid-cap side, you can go with a Kotak Emerging fund. Small cap, again, even in the mid-cap segment, you can go with one passive and one active fund, right? And in small cap, you can go with an all-active strategy. You can add one or two small cap funds in your portfolio. You can go with an Axis small cap, or you can go with a DSP small cap, right? But you need to have those in your fund to give it a proper flavor and texture. Because your goal is too long, far away, you can take that additional risk in your portfolio. But otherwise, with the two funds you have in your portfolio, hats off. Good choice.
Okay, good choice, Jaganmeet. Thank you so much for joining us, and wish you a very, very happy Diwali as well. Thanks for being with us on CNBC-TV18.
Thank you, man. It's my pleasure.
All right, with that, we wind up another edition of Smart Money. Thank you so much for writing to us, sending us all your portfolios. Because of paucity of time, we couldn't take all of them up on the show, but we'll definitely do another edition of your viewer portfolios getting assessed live on CNBC-TV18. Mohit, always a pleasure. Happy Diwali to you, and hopefully we'll celebrate many more Diwalis together here on CNBC-TV18 and many more prosperous ones.
Absolutely. I just loved the format today, Sonia. So, and wishing you, all your viewers and everyone at home a very happy Diwali.
Thanks a lot. Thank you so much. And thank you viewers for joining in as well. Have a great weekend.